How's it going, everyone? It's Mike with this old hot rod. Get to work a little bit on the T. So what I did was, like I said, I just squared the seat bottom up just to make sure I was square. Got my center mark, figure out where I need to be. I went and took a pencil, marked everything out. So what I need to do is I just need to cut these out. That's the first one cut. So what I'll do is I'll probably just add a piece of flat metal to the back of that to finish it off. Setting this down, I get 2 bolts on the back and then 2 bolts on the front of the seat brackets. I may possibly just be able to leave it like this and just bolster the seat up with foam. We'll see. But if that works out the way I hope it does, that'll be perfect. All right, let's get the passenger side cut. I get this figured out before I start working on the floor. What I'm doing is I am laying out my template on this sheet metal. I need to flatten out this template and get this template cut out. So this panel is going to be for underneath the seats. I'll be able to straighten out some of these lines, the straight edge if I need to. I added some sheet metal in the back. So I'll just make a measurement and make sure that's even. All right, get a straight edge. 1 3/8. If you didn't know, WD-40 makes a great eraser when you're working with a Sharpie or a Milwaukee pen. I'm going to get this cut out, but I'm not going to bend anything yet because I had bent these wings, let's call them, multiple times, and I want to make sure that I get this fitted just right, and I only have to bend these one time. They got to bend up. This masking tape tab is going to bend straight up, and then the rest will be flat. So I just got to do 3 bends. So let's get this cut out. Alright, I need to make this mark on the opposite side. Alright, so I'm going to do this the old school way. I'm going to clamp this thing to my table. I'm going to create this break over the edge of my table. Let's get this clamped down. So this is one of the many reasons why it's nice to have a fabrication table. Situations like this. All right, nothing fancy, just a sledgehammer. I'm not trying to hit it so hard that I stretch it. I'm just hitting it I'm trying to hit it just hard enough to get like just a nice crisp edge. That's the finished result. Yeah, as long as I can get it close, I'm happy. This side's going to be a little tricky. Hold on. Alright, well what this is a big chunk of steel. Got this from a guy. Gave me a few of these, all different sizes, different thickness, and he used them for exactly what I'm using it for, an anvil. So if you ever get the opportunity to get a chunk of steel like this, grab it. There's a million and one uses for it, and this is one of them. I'm going to redo this side, just flatten this out some. Alright, here's my panel. All freshly cut. My edges broke. Tapped everything, for the most part, pretty smooth. My chunk of steel. Alright, let's check it out. Now the plan is to have this panel slide underneath. I see my first issues. You can see right here, it's hitting. So what I need to do is make a little cut and bend this flange in and do the same on that side. It's just where the sub rail comes in and then it kicks in about 3/8 of an inch. So I gotta make that adjustment, but not very much, just a little bit. Only needs to go back about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna go make that adjustment and I'll be right back. All right, so let's go pull that in. Pull that in a little bit. That. And there we have it. That, my friends, is a pretty good fit. I need to make this flange now. You can see the recess for the passenger seat and obviously the same on the driver's side. What I need to do now is I need to make a riser that's going to come up and fold over that. It's going to fill in this gap and then the seats are going to tuck right in here. I probably should have bead rolled this. I may still be able to. I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can. Let's figure it out. Let's check it out. I'm going to go grab my bead roller. I'll be right back. Alright guys, this is my bead roller. Obviously you can see this is a Woodward Fab. I believe it's an 18-inch throat. I could be wrong. Yeah, let's grab the... It's a pretty standard sized bead roller. 17-inch. So it's a 17-inch throat. You can see 18 gauge. is pretty much the max. What I ended up doing, I know a lot of people build frames for these. I know they do flex, but I ended up adding a steering wheel to mine, or a wheel. This wheel actually came off of a sailboat. It's an old stainless steel 20-inch sailboat wheel, steering wheel. What I ended up doing was I drilled a couple holes and added a few bolts that I threaded into the collar inside the end where the crank was. I basically do everything myself for the most part. I needed something where I could bead roll the panel. I could hold the panel with one hand and spin the wheel with the same hand. I wasn't able to crank it and do what I had to do, so. All right, what I'm gonna do is do a quick layout. I'm just gonna make a quick X, nothing fancy, and get this run through the bead roller real quick. So I found the center of my panel, or what appears to be the center, and these are the lines I'm following. Let's get to work. Why is this turning? Oh wow. Huh. I don't know if that's going to help it. Wow. There we go. All right, so the next thing I'm going to work on is the flange that follows the contour that I cut out for the seat backs. That's going to attach to the sub rail. So we're going to get it marked out with my pencil and then just cut out real quick. All right, so you saw what I did. I more or less took the good half and just mirror copied it one side to the other. It should get me to where I need to be. This is gonna be rough for now until I may end up having to cut it and do it in two pieces. I don't know yet. So we're gonna get it cut out first, get this edge broke, and then start shrinking and stretching. All right, I'm gonna go look and see exactly how this has to go. This panel is gonna go here. So you can already see I have to shorten it up some. So like this section here will get cut off, this middle piece. And I'm gonna leave it there for now. All right, let me, a couple marks on this. I made some marks where these radius start and stop. I made some marks on the panel, and then I just ran my cutoff wheel and cut. I made a slice at each line. However, here's my dilemma. I don't know as if there's enough metal here to go where I want it to go. I'm thinking I may be biting off more than I can chew. I don't know. But I guess we'll find out. I won't know until I start. I'm actually thinking about cutting this flange off and just stretching the metal back, folding it, welding it, and then just tacking across the bottom. I don't think I'm gonna get this metal to stretch how I want it to with the tools that I'm using. I could always fold up the back of this as well. There's plenty of metal back there. Just trying to seal this off, you know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the cutoff wheel, and I'll get these two long sections removed. I'm using the new GoPro Hero 10 for some of the footage that you guys are watching, this current footage right now. Let me know what you think about it. I really like it. I used it on the hill climb video. I was really happy with it. Alright, so I may end up having to put a new wheel on this. See what I am left with. So now what I'm thinking about doing is, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll weld just the middle and then let the outside edges move free. I think that's why they were so long. See what I curled these over, and I don't think I should have. I think this area here, this flange that I bent over on the ends, I think that's my extra metal. That was my extra metal. So this will actually end up probably fitting the way it's supposed to once this metal's stretched back. So I'm gonna grab the welder, get the welder fired up, and this welded in place. Start hitting these back. I probably should have gone and got my actual metal body working hammer, but I didn't. Well, you can see what I got done. I need to do obviously some more welding on that back seam. I think me trying to shrink and stretch this flange would have been a huge pain in the butt. I think it came out good. I gained about an inch of space, and the reason again I wanted to do that was I wanted to set the back of the seat down, get it as far down as I could possibly go. And now what I need to do is I need to rise the front of the seats up about a half an inch. And so I'm going to get this cleaned up real quick, and I'm going to get this tacked in place. First, I got to get this panel out of here. And I don't know that I can. So we'll see. I made it so I hypothetically could get it out of here. A tiny little piece that's hitting there. Boy, it is hitting by a hair. I'm doing more damage than good. Come on. Now watch, it still won't come out. Hey! What do you know? I'm gonna get this cleaned up, get the sides cleaned up, get the back cleaned up, and then get this ready so I can weld this seat panel in. Off of these the heat marks, and I think I'll be okay if I do that. Right, so I have my flange here and then here, so I got to stay an inch back from my flange. This straight edge is an inch thick. I'm just going to make a quick mark. And then there's another flange here. Stay an inch back. Well, that's the mark I'm following. Let's get the cutting. So you can see now what I'm left with. And I'll leave that there. I'm not even going to bother shaping it. There's really no reason to. It's not structural. Let's get this welded into the car. All right, everyone, so that's a wrap for me on this video. I got the seat pan done, used a bunch of tools, used my bead roller. I didn't end up using my shrinker stretcher, which actually worked out in my benefit. You saw me just break the metal over the edge of the table, something I've been doing pretty much since the beginning because I didn't always have a big box pan break. But now I do. It's in the big shop, the little shop up top, but I don't want to use all the fancy tools. I'm trying to use stuff that I have that's, you know, simple and things that maybe you guys will have. Obviously, I got a big welding table now, or fabrication table. That's a huge bonus, but I was spoiled in the other shop and I wanted to have something down here in this shop, and it's so useful, it's so helpful, it just makes sense. Guys, I also have my Roadster door latches in. I got them in as far as they were shipped and they were delivered. That's what I mean by in. This is the passenger side. It's going to bolt right on. This one's ready to go. Driver's side's a different story. So I removed the original door that was on the car, 2627 Roadster door. The door that I put on the car, not a 2627 Roadster door. It's a touring car door, and the reason I know that is because the latch mechanism's different. It looks similar, but if anybody's out there that's a T guy, you're gonna know the difference. The way they mount is different. On this door latch, I have a bolt up here, one down here below at the very bottom corner. I have another one here. And there was one way up here which I got out. One out of the 4 bolts on this one I was able to get out. At the end of the day, I'm gonna end up drilling those because none of them are gonna be put back in the same spot, because the way that the 2627 Roadster latches attached to the car is totally different. One of the next upcoming videos is me getting those latches done, get the doors shutting. And next after that, if not before that, is gonna be the floor in the trunk. I'd like to be able to get that gas tank put in the car and get the floor pans done. Minus, you know, some type of a sealer or maybe Rust-Oleum or something. I'll probably do like a Rust-Oleum. Brown, maybe brown. Yeah, I like that. Brown, red oxide. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll be out here tomorrow, Saturday, just trying to move things forward, you know? So thanks for following along. I really appreciate the support. I'm just shy of 7,500 subscribers. I would love to get to 8,000 by the end of the year. It's middle of November. I don't think that's an unobtainable goal. I have t-shirts coming, more t-shirts. The logo t-shirts I ran out, so there's some people waiting on orders. I apologize. Those will be going out to you shortly as soon as I get them in. And I also have beanies coming, which are going to be embroidered, and also all black trucker hats. I know it's a bad time of year for trucker hats, but I ordered them and they were done wrong. So I ended up bringing them back. And I changed the design that I'm gonna put on the trucker hats and on the beanie hats. It is the logo with the turquoise, with the 34 coupe, with the turquoise, and it says "This Old Hot Rod" and an arch above it. I decided just to mix it up a little bit, something different. So I got felt lined beanies coming in. They're the good ones. Those will be up on the website soon. Hopefully right when they come in, I'll get those put up on the website. And the all black trucker hats with the same logo, with the 34 logo, This Old Hot Rods. I'm probably gonna do a run of those t-shirts, that logo t-shirt in the spring. Again, just to keep some new merchandise up on the website. So check out thisoldhotrod.com. I never mention it. Thank you to everybody who has ordered, you know, shirts, hats, whatever in the past, hoodies. I have hoodies. I also am going to be putting up some hoodies that I had done that were a mistake also. It's a big company. The guy that I get my shirts from, he's a good guy, he's a local guy, but he doesn't always look at every single job that goes through, so he doesn't always check on it. And unfortunately, the guy's made a mistake, so keep an eye out for those. I'll show you guys. It has rare, hard to find parts on the front of the t-shirt, and then this old Hot Rod logo on the back. Those hoodies were mistakes, and I got them for a really good price, and I'm gonna pass that along to you guys. So I'll post up when those are, I'll post it up on the community page of my YouTube when those are up on the website, and you guys will be able to get them pretty cheap. So definitely at a discount. I don't know exactly what they're gonna be yet. I gotta look at what I paid for them, but it's gonna be cheaper than the $40 logo sweatshirt. All right, guys, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. If you guys like what I'm doing, share the channel with your friends, blast it out on Facebook. Yeah, appreciate the support. So I gotta shave. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Well, life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to